Deployable heavy weapons in normal, average, everyday missions. Sounded like such a fantastic idea on paper. But sadly, thanks to a lot of grind, a cumbersome system, and quite frankly some silly limitations, our guns haven't fully quite caught on just yet. Here's hoping that the Mausolon and the allure of a mech can change that. Hey guys, welcome back. As always, my name is Leyzar, and today we're going to be diving deeper into this absolutely outstanding Mastery Rank 14 weapon. We're going to take it through its paces and see exactly what it's capable of. That said though, please keep in mind that my builds and guides usually take a new player friendly approach. I like to take my time and explain whatever I feel is necessary for newer players. So in case you're a vet and you already know most of this stuff, please bear with me. And with that out of the way, let's jump into the Mausolon. Let's begin by checking out how the weapon handles without any mods equipped. And for that, the usual free shots, my friends. Now the Mausolon is a arc gun or heavy weapon, and a lot of Tennos simply dislike these weapons or just simply forget that they exist. You need to use a thing to launch them. The arc gun deployer and all whatnot. Where do I get the arc gun deployer? Well, you gotta go to Fortuna and do the quest there. So it's a little bit roundabout. Yes, it's a little bit roundabout. So these weapons definitely have some default negatives against them. Why? I don't know, as the dev, why they think that should be the case. One of them, and probably the one that annoys me the most, is not the ammo, curious enough, is the fact that I can't aim glide with these weapons as much as I normally do with a primary or secondary weapon. You kind of fall to the floor a whole lot more quicker with these, so bear that one in mind. Now, back to the Mausolon at hand. This one is an Entrati weapon, and in Entrati fashion, it has two fire modes. If you guys are familiar with the Sepulchrum, basically it kind of works like that, alright, or the Trumna. Primary fire mode, it sows death and destruction across the battlefield because our guns do have some advantages, like a huge magazine capacity, 300, which is absolutely insane, man. So you basically destroy everything. Now it's true, these are level 1s and I'm just using them for the sake of demonstration, but the weapon is also unmodded. Now, after you get 5 kills with your primary fire, you get access to the secondary fire. And the secondary fire is a big bada boom laser for the most part. It explodes upon contact and it deals a tremendous amount of damage. The laser hitting the target also deals quite the heavy damage, and then you got that 8-meter explosion, which is absolutely hilarious. Both primary and secondary fire are hit scan, 100% hit scan, but they do explode upon contact. As said, the secondary fire in 8 meters, which is huge, and the primary fire in only 1.8 meters. So if you can't be bothered to go for headshots, simply aiming for the feet does definitely work. I would recommend you try and get headshots because this is a critical weapon, and if you want to know why exactly it is important with critical weapons to get a headshot, link in the cards right now for a full detailed explanation on that and other things as well. Now let's have a closer look at stats. You gotta go to your default loadout over here to your Itzel and all whatnot, and remember to mod the weapon here in the heavy weapon section. Another thing which I want to point out, once upon a time we had atmosphere mode and arc gun mode and something like that. It's no longer the case. The stats are now exactly the same. Mod capacity is 60 out of 60, and if your Mausolon has only... Actually, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. It should always come with 60 out of 60. If you go into actions, you will notice the Gravi Mag is installed. Now, before the Gravi Mag, on any arc gun, you gotta install the Orokin Catalyst, double that mod capacity, and then if you want to use said arc gun as a heavy gun or a heavy weapon and deploy it in normal missions, you gotta install that Gravi Mag. So that's 20 plat and another 20 plat, that's 40 plat, that's a lot of plat just to use it in normal missions, right? But of course you can always farm these the materials necessary to make the items. Normally, as in up until this point, when you completed the Entrati mech, the Voidrig Necramech, you're gonna be getting the Mausolon together with the catalyst and the Gravi Mag already installed. So technically, it should come right like this as soon as you finish building your Necramech. At least that's how it works up until this point. The problem, my friends, it only comes with one polarity, one V symbol or Madurai. For the weapon build, I'm recommending you 3 more. Okay, 3 more Madurais, and trust me, I know it's a pain to level these arc guns, but it's definitely worth it. Accuracy 80. We don't have a heavy caliber version for arc guns as far as I'm aware, so it doesn't really matter all that much. The weapon is pinpoint accurate for the most part. Critical chance is pretty high, 30% for the primary attack with a 2.2x critical multiplier. Fire rate is solid at 8.33. Magazine is just insane, man. 300. Did the Supra Vandal add also 300? I don't remember. I think it also... there's one more weapon with 300, but I don't remember which one it is right now. Reload is also quick at 2 seconds. Normally, these Entrati weapons come with this stupid reload. Not this one. However, not this one. Riven disposition, such a shame, my friend, such a shame. 0.5 out of 5. Honestly, Rivens are not worth getting for this weapon. And you know what? Don't worry about it too much. It doesn't need a Riven. If you have the right arc wing mods, that is. Well, arc gun mods, that is. 26% status chance, which is more than fine. Trigger auto. So again, auto, hit scan, easy to use weapon, and explosions upon contact. As you can see, the radial attack has a 1.8 meter range and it deals heat damage by default. So you gotta add the 48 to the 120 on this one, impact, puncture, and heat. There's no slash on this one, so that's a bit of a bummer, but also impact is the lowest, which I guess it's a plus. I would love to see slash instead of impact, but beggars can't be choosy. The charge attack, by default 0.8 seconds, so it's awfully quick with a 100% accuracy, so it's pinpoint accurate for the most part. High critical chance, 50% baby, that's bow territory. That's dread territory right there with a huge 3.5x critical multiplier, so you gotta get yourself a crit out of the secondary fire. Of course, same magazine as before, and the status chance also sky high at 50%. The damage totaling 4,000. 4 freaking thousand. That's the total. You got 1,000 from the projectile physically making contact with a target, and 3,000 is the explosion, and of course the very large majority of the damage is gonna be heat damage. So let's have a look at the standard build, shall we? And he got damage with Rubedol, line barrel, multi-shot with dual rounds, critical chance, critical damage combo between hollowed bullets and parallax scope. And we also got critical focus on this one. Now, critical focus... To farm this one, you gotta go down to Fortuna, kill the orb mummy until you're blue in the face, and then be angry because it never dropped. Or at least that was my story. But you can also transmute it, and I think from the PC trade chat, this one is about 50 plat. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Check Warframe market for more appropriate prices. Now, it's important to understand how critical focus works. It's 60% critical chance and 60% critical damage while aiming, okay? Like Argon Scope, for example, okay? It's not a bonus additive after effect. What else we can slap on this weapon? Now, normally, if this was a primary weapon, you would go Viral Slash, right? Moo together with Viral. But there's no Moo here, thank the Lord. Please, no Moo here. There's no Moo here, which means what exactly? That means Viral also goes out the window. Anyway, most of the enemies on Deimos are immune to Viral, so we're going back to my favorite elemental combo, Corrosive, my friends. Absolutely. Absolutely. With the 60-60 mods. You gotta get them. You gotta get them. You don't have them? I'm sorry to hear that. You gotta get them. Okay? I don't remember where they're farmed. Check the Warframe market. I don't remember. So, charge bullets together with contamination casing. Essentially 60-60 mods, right? Electricity and toxin. The last mod on this weapon is a bit of an option for the most part. I've seen a whole lot of players play with Sabot rounds. Sabot rounds is not a bad idea. You're still getting that explosion, okay, after projectiles. And 60% damage considering that Rubedol line battle is only 100%, is not a bad mod. Also from the Orb Mummy, but you can also transmute this one, okay? Also about 30 plat, I think, from the trade chat, something like that. But I would urge you, fantastic people, to remember that you got that awesome magazine of 300 and a 2-second reload. Automatic trigger. 60% fire rate. You gotta go for this one. It's a fantastic mod. Also give this one a shot. If you guys don't like waiting around for your reload, you can go with Arcan Ace on headshot kill, which is not all that hard with this weapon. Come on, you're gonna just pepper your targets with bombs. Go for this one, and you also get that 100% reload speed for 9 seconds. It's a nice mod to have. So let's test out the weapon like so and see how she performs against level 120 Corrupted Heavy Goons as per the usual. Yes, Corrupted Heavy Goons, but level should be 120. Here's what I recommend to you guys if you want to play with ARC guns in normal, average, everyday missions. Why don't you bind a button to the wheel? Okay, you can see on this one I have a bounded button. Boom. There's my ARC gun. Easy mode gameplay every single day. So just make a quick key bind. It's going to take you like 20 seconds and it's going to make gameplay a whole lot more streamlined. Speaking about streamline, my friends, this is absolutely hilarious. Take a look at the damage. Take a look at the carnage that I can unleash upon these Corrupted Heavy Goons. I have my charge shot now, and I'm gonna go for a headshot like so. Of course, you're gonna be basically annihilating whatever that projectile hits. Honestly, it's a fantastic experience playing with this weapon. I destroyed all of them, and I still got about half the magazine remaining. I don't need to tell you this, but I highly recommend this weapon. Definitely go make your Necramech, what was it? Voidrig Necramech, that's it. Make it, it's a whole lot of fun, and the weapon definitely packs one serious punch. And you know what? Our guns can definitely be fun and powerful with the right setup, right build, etc, etc. One thing that I did forget to check, did I have corrosive projection on? No, I did. It's fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, that's not finished. The build for Garuda's not finished. But that's not important. So, what else can we do to the weapon? It's fantastic, honestly. It's amazing. It's a true minigun. And I love the fact that the projectiles explode on contact. That makes such a difference from my humble point of view. So, usually we talk about Rivens, right? And when we talk about Rivens, we also have Prime mods. Now we got Primed, Rubedol Lined Battle. Battle brought it about a month ago, something like that, maybe 2 months ago. You gotta get yourself this one because the difference between the normal version and the Prime version is 87. It's a huge difference, as you can see when it comes to the damage. And the secondary fire's got 10,000 plus another 35, Jesus, 40,000 damage with a single. I just love it, man. Absolutely love it. Riven mods, take a look at this one. Now this fantastic individual, this magnificent son of a gun, has rolled this Riven 105. This is not me. No, I'm not that. No, I'm sorry. No. Critical chance, critical damage, no negative on this one. Take a look at the values. Because of the Riven disposition is set to 0.5, you're gonna get these tiny little values. I mean, this one doesn't even do as much as critical focus. Granted, critical focus is while aiming, which you should do anyway, but this one doesn't even have as much as critical focus. My friends, in order for you to get a Riven that's actually worth it, you would gonna have to roll something like this and with a harmless negative, alright? For it to be quote-unquote slottable. And honestly, what exactly do you want to take off the build for a Riven? Take off the elemental combo? That's a dumb idea. Perhaps take off automatic trigger. Sure, that's actually doable. You can take off automatic trigger, but you're just stripping away, subjectively speaking, fun. So let's try it out with Rubed Online Battle. Then we're gonna skip automatic trigger and try the Riven. I'm not harping on the Riven. Definitely not. It's simply, the disposition is just simply too low. But again, not a whole lot of players enjoy playing with our guns, with heavy weapons, right? So I'm hoping, better said, that the Riven disposition is going to be going up in the following months. Does Prime Rubedol Lion Battle make a difference? Of course it makes a difference. How could it not? It's 87% more damage. How could it not make a difference? I want a bigger group of enemies. And again, try to make sure that the projectile does make contact with a target. Beautiful. Absolutely. I love it. I'm sorry. I just love it, man. It's corrosive heat. I mean, I'm absolutely shredding these targets. What more do you want? What more do you want, my friends? Are you not entertained? Because the weapon is absolutely insane. And the ammo issue with our guns isn't as bad as before. So definitely try to use them in normal, average, everyday missions when you need that big bada boom cooldown. I'll be honest with you, I forget I have them equipped as well. So there's that. So without fun, okay, less fun for me. Yeah, okay, and we're gonna pick up this Riven right now. Essentially, when you're using a whole lot of fire rate, you're gonna be missing a whole lot of those bullets as well. So it's kind of wasteful if you're thinking about ammo economy and all whatnot. Going overboard with fire rate is not really worth it. And if you go for an approach such as this, or maybe Sabot rounds instead of the Riven, see? I'm wasting a whole lot less bullets than before, because if my crosshairs is off the target for just like a second or a second and a half, I'm gonna be losing what? 10 projectiles? Something of the sort. More critical chance. More critical chance, baby. That's why you saw orange there, my friends. And I think that's pretty much it for normal standard builds. I love this weapon. Honestly, it's amazing. It's the Trumna, but in arc gun form. Super minigun mode. With a whole lot of bullets, and basically keep firing and firing and firing, and after they are dead, make sure, triple, quadra, sure that there's absolutely nothing left. That's what this gun is all about, and this is why I highly recommend it. Subjectively speaking, I think it may be one of the most, if not, it's certainly one of the most, but it may even be the most powerful ARC gun right now. And I'm really hoping DE won't nerf it, because let's be honest, not a whole lot of people play with these ARC guns. How many people do you see in normal missions play with these? Now, speaking about these, haha, Lady Mirage Prime. What does these have to do with it? That's not important. What is important though? Her buffs, her fantastic buffs, my friends. Corrosive projection as per the usual. And yes, I upgraded Mirage. Yeah, I did, man. I finally got the segment done. The what you call helmet. Yeah, that's one. I got the helmet upgraded, so I'm ready to have even more power out of her. But before we do anything, you can only really use Arcane Avenger for arc guns. The critical chance bonus does apply to arc guns, but you can't use anything like Rage, because it will not apply to them. So for the secondary arcane, honestly, use whatever you want. Use whatever you desire, my friends. How about this one, huh? Arcane acceleration, will this one work? No, it's for primary weapons. There's not a whole lot of arcanes applying to arc guns. Actually, I don't remember any, so there's that. Now, we're gonna be unpausing the eye, bumping up the level to level 150, like so, invisibility, alright, we good. Now, in order to get Mirage's true power on, I gotta go like this. 4, empower, 3, 818% eclipse, and then 4 again, and the clones. I don't know if it does anything for the clones, I just do that anyway, just to make doubly sure. Doubly sure, my friends, as per usual. And of course, now you see them. Now, you don't. What more do you want, my friends? What more do you want from the weapon than something of this power and caliber? Of course, I can just use the charge shot, but that's gonna be a massive overkill, red crit, and all of that good stuff. If I haven't did I recommend the weapon? I don't know if I did, but if I haven't recommended the weapon, by all means, my friends, try to pick it up. It's a fantastic weapon. I mean, you're gonna get it anyway if you want the Necramech. Don't you want the Necramech? Everybody should want the Necramech, and we're also gonna be getting another mech. That's only the first one. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you got any sorts of feedback for me, by all means, drop it in the comment section down below. And in case I missed anything, because what do you know? I'm only human, after all. By all means, let me know in the comment section down below. Until next time, my friends. Bye-bye.